This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
You know, oftentimes when it comes to Republicans and their wrongdoing and when they get caught, the bigger the freak out in response to questions about their alleged wrongdoing kind of indicates just how much trouble they're in. And this clip I'm getting ready to play of Ted Cruz, this little news package about Ted Cruz, really spills the beans. Ted, bring it in. Bring it in, brother. Just act normal. I know it's tough. I know it's tough for you to act normal because you're not normal. You're a freak. But look around you at normal, regular folks and try to copy what they do. All right, that's it. Ted Cruz for a long time has promoted his podcast, The Verdict. My podcast. 3 times a week. Podcast. And he has said repeatedly that he doesn't make any money from this thing. And so when it was revealed that iHeartMedia, the company that hosts or produces or has some relationship to the podcast, when it was revealed that they had given him over $500,000 in a contribution to his Super PAC, people started raising eyebrows and asking questions about exactly what in the hell's going on here. Ted Cruz, Mr. Righteous, pious Christian who doesn't lie, certainly is an adherent of the teachings of Jesus Christ, and you would think he wouldn't be a liar, right? Well, if you've witnessed anything about Ted Cruz, you know that's not true. Watch this brief clip kind of outlining the situation and wait for the moment when he gets asked the question by a reporter and kind of has a freak out.
Tonight, ethics questions surround Senator Ted Cruz's fundraising arrangement with the company that distributes his podcast.
The company, iHeartMedia, employs lobbyists and senators cannot accept financial gifts from lobbyists.
And while Senator Cruz says he doesn't financially benefit from his podcast, new financial records are raising some eyebrows.
ABC 13's Shannon Ryan caught up with Senator Cruz to ask him about all of this. And Shannon, he didn't seem too pleased to be talking about this.
No, he wasn't. And the lines do get blurry here. So a PAC, which exists solely to ensure the senator's reelection, made hundreds of thousands of dollars through this deal last year. That's about a third of the funds they raised.
If you ask Senator Ted Cruz about his podcast,
this episode answers a lot of questions you have.
He'll tell you it is a service to constituents that he's not paid for.
Because the media doesn't report on news, and I do the podcast to talk to the people of Texas about the issues that matter.
But now questions are being raised as to whether Cruz has been using the show to bolster his own war chest. Our partners at the Houston Chronicle uncovered records showing iHeartMedia, the platform distributing Cruz's show, donated more than $630,000 last year to a PAC, which, according to its own website, exists solely to ensure the senator's reelection.
So if an entity which employs lobbyists is giving hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to your reelection efforts, how can you say you're not being compensated?
You know, it really is sad what's happened to the media, which is the media exists right now seemingly to parrot left-wing Democrat attacks. The group that brought that complaint, hold on a second, let me answer your question. You asked the question. I know you're not asking about it. The group that brought that attack is a left-wing Democrat attack group. And by the way, you know what you didn't mention in your question? The fact that they filed a complaint with the Senate Ethics Committee raising these same issues. You know what the Senate Ethics Committee did? They threw it out. They said it had no basis in law.
We confirmed with Cruz's campaign that he's referencing a 2022 complaint lodged with the committee, which challenged the podcast deal alone, not the money pumped into the PAC the following year. That has not been investigated.
So he's a liar. When you say you do not financially benefit in any way from your podcast, and then it's revealed that $630,000 was funneled into your reelection PAC, that seems like a financial benefit, Teddy. Does it not? Also, very conspicuous non-answer to the question that was asked. Oh, you know, it's really sad, the media. That wasn't a question, bro. And you know that. And you're obfuscating, giving a different answer about the ethics investigation that has anything to do with this information that was just revealed. You're a liar and a grifter a Trump toady, sycophant, bootlicking lapdog. And you're not even a good liar. You would think, after all of the years of lies and misdirection and propaganda and right-wing hatred that he spews, that he'd be a little better at this. But he's terrible at everything. He's terrible at hugging the old lady. What a monstrosity. Just one more example, though. That's what this is. Just one more example of right-wing grift. It's a charity that I'm running here with my podcast. Oh, what? Look the other way as they shuffle me $630,000. What do you think? You live in Texas. Come on. This is an election year. Colin Allred is running against Ted Cruz. The choice could not be more clear of which direction Texas should go in. Not just about abortion, not just about the border, not just about economic policy, not just about energy. Ted Cruz is not the choice to move forward in the Senate, certainly, but in government in general. Anyway, get off my soapbox. What do you think? I'd love to know. We can talk about it in the comments. We can disagree agreeably, help the algorithm to recommend this channel to new viewers. That would be great. I do personally benefit, financially benefit from this show, from my podcast. Full disclosure, as though anyone had a guess. You can leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. I would absolutely love to hear from you, especially Texans. Maybe I'll try to get Colin Allred on the show. Have a conversation about this very thing. Please help support this work. Help me make these videos. Click the join button below. Become a channel member for $1.99 a month. Do that right here on YouTube. You can go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Both those are great ways to help support the work. You can also make sure you're subscribed. I am losing my voice in real time here. Not great. Follow me on social media. I don't even know where I was. I'm focused on the voice that's going away. At Dollemore on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, Facebook. I'm falling apart. I'm going to go. I love you guys. Be genuine. Take care of one another.